Ladies and gentlemen, I am Ken Patingo from the Bachelor of Physical Education 1, and today I will give you a short tour on some of the different Philippine traditional dances that can be found in Luzon area. Let's go! First in the line is the Sasobangkok or Sayaw Ed Tapeo na Bangko. It is a dance which originated and started in the province of Lingayen, Pangasinan of the Philippines of the Pangasipan tribe. It is believed that the Sasobangkok dance existed even before the Spanish came to the Philippines, which means that this dance is purely made by the Filipinos' ancestors. In some other references, the Sasobangkok dance was researched by Jovita Zison. She gathered all the information about the Sasobangkok history and the Sasobangkok step. The Sasobangkok dance is performed by a couple on a narrow bench, inching and hopping from one end to another. The dancer shows skill in staying up at the bench as they exchange places by moving their way around, or the girl thrown in the air while the boy moves to the end. They do not compete but rather complement each other so that no one falls. It is usually performed by newlyweds during their wedding feast for their guests. The dance shows both bride and groom and how they complement and help each other with the intricate steps, making sure that they don't fall from the bench. The costume that is usually used in doing the dance is the common baro at saya or camisa de chino, or with red handkerchief for men and patadyong for women. The Sasobangkok dance is played at 108 beats per minute with a time signature of 4/4. Second on our list is the maglalatik, also known as manlalatik or magbabaw. It is a Philippine traditional dance that originated in Binyan, Laguna. During the night of the town fiesta of Binyan, they dance the maglalatik in the religious procession as it moves along the streets. They perform the dance as a makwar dance that demonstrates a fight between the Moros and the Christians over the prize latik or coconut meat during the Spanish rule. This dance is also shown to pay tribute to the town patron saint of farmers, which is the San Isidro Labrador. The maglalatik dance is an indigenous dance from the Philippines, in which the coconut shells halves that are secured into the dancer's hands and on vest, upon which are hung 4 or 6 more coconut shell halves. The dancers are all male, and they perform the dance by hitting one coconut shell with the other. Sometimes the ones on the hands, sometimes the ones on the body, and sometimes the shells worn by another performer, all in time to pass drumlet. This dance is a 4-part performance, such as the palipasan and the baligtaran showcase the intense battle, the paseo and the escamarosa that shows the reconciliation. Moro dancers wear red, while the Christian dancers show up in blue. All dancers are male with harness of coconut shells attached on their chest, back, thighs, hips, or the other part of their body. The original music for this dance was rhythmic sounds produced by 2 bamboo sticks against each other with guitar accompaniment. Next in line is the binasuan. The tradition of binasuan dance originates in the province of the Pangasinan of the Philippines. Pangasinan is located on the central-western coast of the country and is the host of the several national festivals where binasuan dance is often featured. Binasuan dance is derived from its name from Pangasinan phrase that literally means with the use of drinking glass. Through it known exactly when binasuan dance originated, dance has been an important part of the Filipino culture of centuries, beginning as a way for people to express thanks to the gods in festivals and traditional celebrations for blessing and prosperity. Binasuan dancers are famous for their skills and grace balancing 3 glasses of rice wine while turning or rolling and spinning to the fast-paced music. Sometimes, dancers introduce other elements such as the weights placed on their feet to increase the dance's difficulties and therefore the dance's prestige. The glasses that are filled with rice wine, which makes any missteps a messy mistake. People dance binasuan at weddings or any other festivals. A group of dancers generally performs binasuan, moving in unison, but occasionally breaking into smaller groups and performing different choreographies. For example, they can begin in a circle form, then form into 2 columns, which then bend into semicircles and one follows on the other to reform a circle. The music that is usually used in this dance is in 3/4 time. Next is the magkasuyo dance. Magkasuyo is a traditional dance of the Philippines originated in the Quezon province. Spanish, Malay, and Muslim are the unique mix that creates this traditional expression of dance arts. Magkasuyo literally means good friends or sweetheart. It is a variation of the balse, the 1-2-3 graceful triple meter that Filipino traditional dance borrowed from the Spanish waltz. The folk dance is also a series of close-step, close movements with a couple facing each other in a courtship configuration. Balsa incorporates German and Spanish influence, but the magkasuyo is a specific invention of Quezon province, a large farming and fishing region southeast of the Manila with a rich tradition of outside influences, including the Spanish, the Malay, and the Muslim. In this dance, girls wears balintawak style costume while the boy wears a barong Tagalog or white trousers. A popular song, which is the Magkasuyo Buong Gabi or Lovers for the Night, expands the romantic nature of this dance. Next is the Banga dance. Banga dance is a contemporary performance of the Kalinga of the Mountain Province in the Philippines. This dance illustrates the languid grace of the tribe, otherwise known as the Fierce Warriors. The history of Banga dance tells us a story of Filipinos' women's strength, resilience, and grace. Banga, also pronounced as ba-nga, meaning pot, is an earthen container originated in the northern Cordillera region of the Philippines. Traditionally, they are made of local clay found only in the Kalinga villages, an area rich with rice terraces and lush mountainsides. The Kalinga people are the highlanders and rice farmers of the Cordillera peoples, having been blessed with some of the best land rice for farming. They are also skilled craftspeople who are well versed in basketry, loom weaving, metalsmithing, and pottery. And despite centuries of occupation of the Spaniards, American, and Japanese, the Kalinga people have been able to preserve their vast, rich cultures. Made exclusively by Kalinga women, bangas were usually used for cooking, water, food storage, and bartering. One daily task was to fetch water from the lowlands to the highlands with a coiled piece of hikod that is made from a straw plant, ligis, or rolled cloth for support. The women stacked bangas filled with water on their heads. The banga dance was inspired by the daily routine. Stacked as many as 7 or 8 at a time, the pots are balanced on the heads of maidens as they trudge to the beat of the gangsa or wind chimes, displaying their stamina and strength as they go about to this daily task. One version of the dance, known as the bangasali, starts with women balancing one pot, moving to the rhythm without wavering strength or agility. The dance becomes more complex and graceful arm movements and tiptoeing in the circular patterns. As the music crescendos, they remove the pots off their heads, contributing to one tall stalk in the center of a circle they've created. A chosen woman, typically a woman to be wed, kneels to the center and slowly hoists up the tall, heavy stack onto their heads. She continues the dance solo, showing off her poise and skills. This dance shows the skill and strength of the women as they carry heavy laden pots or banga full of water. Their grace and agility while balancing the heavy pots is a testament of how the Filipino strength and determination to survive hardship. Young Igorot girls start only in one pot, but of course, as they become older and more experienced, they are expected to provide more water for their families. Pots could be as high as 5 or 6 stacks. Women would all gather and march to the river each day, singing a native song accompanied by a flute and banging of bamboo on iron pots in the dance. on our list is the Fandango sa Ilaw. Fandango sa Ilaw is the popular folk dance of grace and balance in the Philippines. It is said that it have originated from Lubang Island of Mindoro, which known as the 7th largest island in the Philippines. This dance was first created in the Philippines during the 15th century when the country was for the first time colonized by the Spanish. The word fandango is from the Spanish word fandango, or a dance in 3/4 time. The phrase sa ilaw is Tagalog for in light, and it refers to the 3 oil lamps that the dancer has to balance, one at the top of the head and one at the back of each hand. The oil lamp that is used in this dance is called tinghoy. It is characterized by lively steps and clappings that varies in rhythm in 3/4 time. The lights of the lamp are said to represent the fireflies that are fluttering in the night. The costume worn in this dance form varies according to the gender. And for the men, the attire worn includes the barong Tagalog in a pant, while for women, the attire worn includes mestiza dress. And usually, castanets or a form of percussion instrument is mainly used in this type of dancing. However, in some other references stated that the music to which the Fandango sa Ilaw is now commonly danced was composed by Colonel Antonio R. Buenaventura, or a national artist for music and a native in Bulacan. He wrote the music sometime in the early 1930s while teaching at the Conservatory of Music at the University of the Philippines. Thank you so much for listening. Again, this is Ken P. Batingo from the Bachelor of Physical Education 1, and these are some of the Philippine traditional dances that can be found in Luzon. Bye-bye!